Okay, let's just start with this. How long have you covered the league, Chris?
21 years.
Wow. What's the best rivalry in 21 years?
In 21 years. This one.
Ooh.
It is.
So this is this
Cavs,
is a rivalry.
Warriors this is right up there with Lakers Celtics in the 80s. LeBron knows the history of the game, okay? This was gamesmanship. This is him saying to the Warriors, you're just like any other team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're no big deal. And you're right. Like LeBron, when you talk to people around him, he doesn't really see an individual player that's his rival.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
Because he's like he said before the season, he's chasing that ghost in Chicago. So he doesn't see a Steph Curry or anybody else as his individual rival. But this is a great rivalry. The Lakers and Celtics in the 80s only met 3 times in the finals and never 3 straight. So these two teams have a chance to meet 3 straight times in the finals. Never been done in NBA history.
I made nothing of last night. In fact, my belief is they were going to sit players, the Cavs were, to just say, we beat you 4 straight, and we're not going to give you the satisfaction of really beating us. So we're not even going to play. And then when they did play, they had no urgency. They couldn't get back in the fast break. The passing was terrible. I almost think psychologically they were saying to Golden State, we're not giving you the satisfaction of beating us in a competitive, willful environment.
Do you think they actually – I mean, it sounds like you're saying they tanked last night.
They tanked.
Really? They clearly didn't play well.
Okay, you're going to tell me.
But you got to sit the guys. Why? If you're going to play like that, just sit them. Don't play.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. Now, you're saying right now, Cowherd's saying the Cavs threw the game. What I am saying is that Cleveland was going to sit players, and Cleveland psychologically thought, we're not going to give them the satisfaction. We do a million things in life that we don't advertise. We don't advertise all we're going to do. You watch 5 minutes of that game. You think Cleveland, last game of a roadie, did you feel like Cleveland was there to give you 3 hours of hell and to compete? I watched 5 minutes. I'm like, game, not competitive.
Well, I think a few things. One, I hope San Antonio does not do what you just said, because I've thought that ever since they pounded Golden State on opening night, I was like, Pop's not playing his guys the rest of the season against Golden State.
No way.
Which I can understand, right?
Gamesmanship.
Yeah, I get that. I don't think if Cleveland had sat their players, obviously they would have been doing the same thing, which may have been smart. But I think once they laced them up, no, I think they played. Now, I think they were down. They have not played well lately as it is. They lost 3 of their last 4. If you look at Kevin Love's numbers, the last 12 games, he's shooting 36% from the floor. Kyrie Irving over that stretch is shooting like 41%. I think Cleveland has to they've kind of changed their identity for the worst, in my opinion, because now they think they're a bunch of hot shot 3-point shooters, and they're finesse. They take more threes than the Warriors.
Yeah. So
I think the way to beat the Warriors for them is physical, tough, hard-minded defense.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't put too much into a regular season game, but I think the Warriors are the better team. And I think the Cavs' best hope, in addition to what I said about being a defensive-minded team, is for LeBron to just muster up some historically great performance, which is what he did last year, and then you get good play from Kyrie, and he leads his team over a superior team. That's why I think if he wins the next 2 championships, you can rightly call him the GOAT, because the Warriors are better. I mean, they're stacked. But if he can somehow beat them, that's saying a lot.